I am Shresta. Currently I am doing the project under email classifier. Email classifier, it categorizes the emails into spam or ham. Nowadays that we usually use emails as our communication, we usually need to classify them so that we can keep our inboxes clear. To solve that problem, this is a basic model on that. Firstly we start with importing the necessary libraries to make this model, like pandas, matplotlib and cbond. After that I have imported another library called nltk. It is used to process and use the languages, how to interact with the languages, like to remove the unnecessary words that may not be useful for our project, that our model may not be able to take any kind of useful information out of it, like that, is, and, the, something stuff, words like that are usually very common. That those are categorized as stop words. Then we have imported the strings, obviously, to import all the words that are used in the emails. Then there are different parts of the analytical library that we will be using, like stop words, that, as I described, used to remove all the unnecessary words. It's a list of unnecessary words that may not be useful. Then there is stemmer. Stemmer is a technique that we use to reduce the size of the words to its basic form, like going to go and running to run, to concatenate it with basically. It doesn't necessarily remove the words to its correct grammatical word, but it does the basic job of it and will work in our scenario properly. Then there is re-library, and then after that word cloud. Word cloud is used to interact mathematically, display the frequency of words, or to show how to the frequency of a word, or to check how many times certain word has occurred. Then there is after that we have imported the sklearn libraries. From that we have, basically, as I have commented, we are using it to import a pre-built model called SVC random forest, and three models we are going to use. These models are pre-trained because basically it is easier to work with pre-trained models, as they take less time to train and they are usually more accurate with smaller data. Then we have imported our data set from the whole table. Then after that, this is a basic sample I have printed for what our data has. Then after that, we are going to first change our data in a way that can be used for training. Like example, removing extra unnecessary tables and the columns with nan, or the columns which don't provide any proper information. Like this, as I have used here, that there was one extra column here that was unnamed 0, which had all the nans, that I have removed. After that, we have renamed everything. All the things we are, like this subject is there. Basically our email, I have renamed in the table as emails, and the result, our label as result. After that, I have reprinted a sample of the one. Then after that, we need to visualize our data, to see by using pie charts and by bar graphs, to see what are the common words, how many words are there in that a spam or a ham, or that is not spam, and then to see which features are relevant for us, which features aren't, and to see is there a common pattern we can find. So firstly, we start with easy to visualize pie charts, through which we'll see that how many in our data is spam and not spam. This is a labeled data, so it's easy to do. After that, we check the length. After that, we are printing the average length of emails for emails, spam or not spam. Basically, it's counting the number of words and then checking the labels, that which are the spam, how many word lengths is common for the most, like how many words are there in a normal spam email and how many words are in the normal emails. From there, we are taking out another table we are making, that how many average words are there and how in the spam and not spam. We have plotted that also to see the amount of average words, see we can find any pattern here or not. After that, we have plotted the average sentences, how many sentences are there, to check how many is there a pattern in number of sentences in spam or not, that we can use in our model. Then there is correlation. Correlation means that how is one feature related to another, to see if there are any features that are reliant on completely on each other, so that we can remove them or to add or see which features are actually relevant to our label, that is whether it is spam or not. We have plotted against that is length of the email, and the length of email and it being a spam has a positive correlation in ham and spam. This is the relation between them. There is a correlation. Then after that we have made a correlation matrix. Correlation matrix gives us the based on the temperature of the color, it tells us that how much is a label dependent on another label, another feature. Like length is obviously dependent on the number of words. As you can see, it has high correlation. Similarly, number of sentences, length, it is dependent, it is pretty decently high enough, but not as high as this one. So we know that length of the email doesn't necessarily mean the number of sentences on it will be large. After we can see similarly like this for every single name. Now we know that we have to use length feature obviously to, and then there is number of words. These features are relevant to our classification model and will be useful if we give it to him for proper classification. After that, we convert all our emails text to lower characters so that it doesn't confuse our model. Then we tokenize every single sentence and words. Then after that, we move on to finishing our after that we count number of words and see which words are most common in our data. Like if it is spam, which words are most frequently used, and in non-spam emails, which words are not most frequently used. We will make a print table of it to see which words are there. Here we can see that these words are mostly common, very common in the spam emails, and this feature can be used by our model. Then we have done the same for the non-spam emails to see similarly, and then after that we check. After that we import our, as I have already imported the SVC model, we will start by feeding it the data. As we start, we can see that it has started giving its accuracy and precision score, etc. We will use 3 models, as I said before. It will be testing all the 3 models. From that, we will see which one does the best. According to that, we will use in our result which one will do the best. We will check from the results. I have used SVC, then I have used random forest classifier, and then I have used that Bayes maze, Navier Bayes, and I have plotted. After that, I have taken the graph and plotted the accuracy and precision for all the three. From this graph, we can see that the SVC has more accuracy as well as more precision. So from this, we know that in our case, it's best to use SVC. So after that we will test some. From that we will test some emails and see if our model is performing as expected. From below, you can see that it is classifying and it's working properly. This was my project. Thank you.